sandwich and it tastes yuck, we want to hear about it. Or if it tastes great, we want to hear about it, and we want to start talking to those people. So we were able to do that. It was excellent, and it was received very well. However, other companies will use it just for marketing. We have tons of companies that come to us and just want to use this for marketing, and only the marketing people will come to the table. It's a problem. Why? Because if we go back to the first goal, I know every company's goal is we need to sell stuff and we need to make money. I get that, but it's not the only goal, right? There's human resources, there's recruiting, quality people, there's research and development, perhaps there's mergers and acquisitions, perhaps there's new geographic areas, perhaps there's a need, for all kinds of things that the company is doing. What are the company's goals? So this means if social media is communication, it's not just marketing, then we need all of those stakeholders within the organization in here to talk about the goals, so we can use social media to translate those goals and move toward those goals through this tool. So one ball is not enough to juggle simply means you're not just going to use social media to sell stuff, right? You're not just going to use social media to solve problems. You're going to use social media for all these things: to market, to handle issues, to recruit good people, to spread your PR, to do research. And the way to know if you should use this is to look at the way you're currently doing it and then say to yourself, could I hire people more effectively and more efficiently and at a less cost than what I'm doing now? And usually the answer is, I'm not sure, maybe. And then you try it, and then if it works, you move some of that process onto this tool. This is a tool like anything else. It's a very powerful tool. It has a lot of promise, but it's a tool like anything else. There's also still a lot of fear, especially from upper management, a lot of times, a lot of CEOs, a lot of organizations that have regulations like medical or healthcare. There's a lot of fear around social media. But most of the regulations apply the same way. There are a few legal things that need to be addressed for certain organizations. But for the most part, those things can be looked at through a communications policy. I'm not a big fan of social media policies. I'll tell you that right now. Why? Because this is communication. Social media is huge right now. It's amazing. But in a few years, we're not going to be talking about it the way we're talking about it right now. We're not going to be that excited. We'll be excited about something else. Now, it'll still be here, and we'll still be making money. We'll still be growing business, just like the internet and websites. We still have them. They continue, but we're not sitting here saying, let's talk about websites today. I don't think that was going to happen, right? So it's going to still be here. It's going to still change, which means that your company doesn't need a social media policy. Your company needs a communications policy. It's about communications and the rules around that. Hopefully they already have that. Now within that, you can add a social media clause and talk about specific things in there. But the same things need to apply across the board. So basically, if you're telling your employees, don't be silly in this area of life in person, then you're basically telling them online as well, don't be silly, right? If you don't want people that are your employees talking poorly about the company to others or to media, then that same policy should exist within social media. And so that's my opinion about communication policy, not social media policy.